What the hell? No! My golf cart! God damn it. God! Ah! So much for returning it. Oh, fuck yeah, you're right. Now I will, and then I have to claim scuff.
Oh my god. Looking good. Are we going golfing?
I was gonna go golfing.
Is that Dark?
Yep.
Yes, Your Honor, it's me.
Are you just coming from the country club, or?
Yep. Yeah, and then I got a call that someone was suing my husband, so I had to stop golfing and come here.
Actually, Rhodes, it was just a ploy to get you down here because I need to talk to you.
Oh.
Or Dark, sorry, Dark.
Oh.
No, it actually wasn't.
No, I didn't have a conversation with Bill. That's actually a lie.
Yeah, but I do need to talk to Dark.
Oh, okay.
I'm thirsty.
Oh, well.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, we're chilling.
Honey, here you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I've officially been summoned to court.
Your Honor, how have we been summoned when the prosecutor isn't even here?
What?
Prosecutor, say the right word?
I mean,
No, the plaintiff, that's the one.
There's been a bit of indecisiveness, but it sounds like they want to follow through. So they should be here momentarily.
Understood.
Water? Anyone got water? Pop? Coffee?
yes. We got another soda here.
Oh, is it one of the big 4-liter ones?
No. Go ahead and grab that.
Yeah, I'll just reach behind you here and grab it.
Here we are.
Must be a crime-free day today.
Nice of you to join us, Mr. Riker.
Yeah, take your bloody time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I needed some rest.
All right, plaintiff, is there going to be any evidence that you're submitting to the record for this? Miss Daniels?
Yeah, goddamn it.
My client, yes, my client will be providing testimony, Your Honor.
Okay, so we just want to have this just go be kind of direct testimony from both sides, and you're going to let Bill and I decide who should be responsible?
I'm agreeable to that. Mr. Nolos, are you, Mr. Riker, are you amenable to that? I have to yell.
Yeah, I need you to speak up, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Riker, can you please approach the podium for me?
Yep. Because
Wait.
it's your turn to testify. Come on.
No, it's not his turn to testify. I'm going to have
Oh,
him state
okay.
his claim first.
Oh, okay. Come
Before
come
the
up
court.
here.
I don't know what I'm
And,
defending myself against. Honey, will you
Yeah,
defend
we're
me?
having him state his
Yes.
claim here first, Rhodes.
Okay. Here's the long
All
story
right,
short.
Mr. Riker, why are you bringing this matter before our court today?
I do feel harassed by Matt Rhodes. That's why.
Okay, so you're seeking small claims due to targeted harassment, is what you're alleging by Trooper Rhodes, correct?
Yes, I do.
What are you
Limited
seeking?
traffic tickets.
Just that he leaves me in peace. That he doesn't stalk me. Yes.
Okay, so you're not seeking any form of monetary compensation. You're just asking
No, I
for
just
an
want him to not, just to leave me alone. Like, not to track me down and, like...
This is a free country.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a free country, and I do feel harassed, and I have a voice to express my harassing feelings, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Is there any evidence that you'd like to submit to the record that I can pass along to Trooper Rhodes? Or will you just be giving direct testimony?
Wait, he's
nothing
a trooper
physical.
now?
I am a trooper, yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so it's all going to be testimony here. All right.
Yes.
Are there? All right. Give me two.
saw the traffic tickets. I understand why we're here.
Give Judge
Should
Manson
I-
just a brief second.
Should I submit those as evidence
Ooh.
for my defense?
Yes. Yes.
But will they then use that as a means to say this is the harassment?
Maybe.
Okay, well the guy doesn't
But
know.
no, but we're not going to say
here's my
this is
defense.
harassment.
Here's my defense. Small, tiny crimes lead to bigger crimes, or the discovery of bigger crimes. And do you know what crime he consistently committed, or what citation or
What's
citable
that?
offense? Failure to signal.
Yeah.
And I was following him to his destination where he was failing to signal.
I mean, you don't even have to say you follow it. A crime's a crime. You're just doing your job.
Exactly.
Not illegal to follow somebody.
That's what I'm saying.
So yes, we should probably do that. Get that ready.
Mr. Riker, you can return to your seat.
Is this his gang?
Brief announcement going out, and then we'll begin.
Your Honor.
Yes,
Mask.
Okay, yes,
Mask.
we're gonna order that all masks are off in the courtroom, please. All masks are off.
You got
We have a
excited.
handful of officers
First
in
time
the
seeing
back that
one?
can enforce.
Snitch.
All right.
What is this? A show? Come watch.
Well, yeah, it's an open courtroom, Dirk.
Mask. Sir, please remove the mask.
Yeah, I got you. Give me a
Or the
sec.
police will for
Hey,
you.
Harvey, is that you?
Sec.
Harvey, go ID and frisk that person as well, please.
He took his mask
right.
off. He just had
I'm
to
going to
get
call this
over
into
there.
session.
When do I provide evidence, Your Honor?
Oh, you've got evidence to provide.
I do, yes.
Oh, good. Okay.
One moment.
What evidence are we looking for? I can-
Well, I have several
You're the smartest guy in Los
reports.
Santos, man.
These cops are on them.
Send them to B Rhodes. I'll pass it on to defense.
Okay.
Or, you mean to the plaintiff, Bill?
Plaintiff, yeah.
Sorry.
that's-
Yeah.
How much has she got?
Is it going to be 79339 through 79342?
That is likely the case. I cannot verify yet. Just a moment.
How do you get it
Objection, Your Honor. Relevance. This is a harassment claim.
And girl, I was just doing my job, which these reports is going to assist me with. So
Rhodes.
object all you want, but I need this. Yes, Your Honor.
Apparently, I can only find a llama, not an elephant. So you're gonna have to message me.
No problem, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I found it.
Oh, okay, perfect.
I bet. I'm a little famished. I apologize.
So there's a standing objection to relevance on the evidence. Once it's submitted, we'll review it for relevance, and then we'll come down with a ruling.
All right. Just about done, Your Honor. One moment.
Fiddly said, dude.
All right.
have to take off your mask.
Oh, hello everybody.
Hello.
Lot of people.
Your Honor, there's a cock in the courtroom.
There's a what?
There's a
cock in the
cock.
courtroom?
There is a cock in the courtroom.
Okay, I see several of them.
Where?
Get one, Bill.
You ever see one before? Like, is it a problem for you? Are you embarrassed?
No, there's a cock.
Okay.
A chicken, Your Honor.
The chicken, Your Honor.
Considering that my judicial assistant is also a cock, Assistant Chief Dark, I'm going to allow that cock to be present.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
I didn't agree with that.
Judge Mays, I believe I've sent you all 4.
So
Is that
here's
serious?
a series of traffic tickets.
Oh, sorry.
That
This
is correct.
video.
Yes.
Sorry.
Good
Okay.
there.
The evidence is being passed along to Miss Daniels and Mr. Riker for reference. What we're gonna go ahead and do is we'll allow it to be on the record. We can weigh the relevance of it should we get to a point where we need to deliberate.
I feel like that's pretty good.
Understood.
Hey, Angel. Hey,
Alright, go ahead and
Gem.
call this into session. We are here for Nolos Riker v. Matt Rhodes. Nolos Riker stands before this court accusing Trooper Matt Rhodes of harassment. And the relief being sought is to be
Harassment.
left alone. He's not seeking any monetary relief. Can I have all parties that are going to be testifying here please raise their left hand? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under the pains and penalties of perjury, so help you, Coyle.
I do.
I do.
All right, you're all sworn in. I don't know why you swore
Hey.
yourself in, Bill.
Can an officer go upstairs deal with the gentleman in the mask?
Yeah, we've got a mask upstairs.
He's running. He's running.
Go get
Not
him.
going anywhere.
No one's running.
No one's
Yeah.
running.
Hey, individual in the gallery in the balcony, please
Yeah.
remove your mask, or the
Whatever.
police will do it for you.
It's you, Daddy.
Eddie.
Oh, he's got it. He's got it.
Thank you.
Hey, you
Sorry,
got a problem with masks?
Out in the main
All right.
lobby. to go upstairs.
Given that we've all sworn in here and we've heard the statement, plaintiff, your first witness, please.
I don't think you heard me, Your Honor. I was asking before you started the case for a couple of minutes to review the evidence.
Well, we'll take a 2-minute recess.
Thank you.
Honey, are we gonna win this?
Did he win?
Honey?
Yes, of course we're gonna win.
Okay, good.
What is that? Oh my god! Approved! That's so cool!
Should you go to
I
trial?
swear.
That's an interesting one.
Who did it?
Sometimes yes, and sometimes
Oh
no.
my god, I love it.
I can't believe I'm being sued. This is
Yeah,
the
oh
first
my
time in,
god.
like,
That's perfect. Of course it was
was my
Neve.
last case when I
Thank
shot
you,
an
Neve.
unarmed man.
You won that
How
case,
long-
right?
Yeah, I won that case.
Of
Qualified.
course you
immunity.
did.
Plaintiff, are we gonna be ready to go at this point?
Sorry, Your Honor. I'm still looking through
Yeah.
the report.
Hey, quickly, I'm in court.
Yeah. Okay, it's
One
just
more
quick.
minute, please.
I
Hey,
added the
Damien, come
announcement
up here.
about HOTS to the bulletin thing.
What?
Come here.
Oh, okay. Wait, what do you mean you added this bulletin thing?
You know the bulletin board
going there?
announcements.
Yeah?
And then
Who said
in
that?
announcements, because it's an announcement, I added
Yeah, I'm
it.
holding camera.
Okay, alright,
No,
thanks,
whatever
Shepard.
I
I
did,
appreciate
I
it.
probably
Over
did.
there.
That's what we're meant to be doing,
Shit.
right?
Yeah,
I'll
Uh,
be like, yeah, I didn't see it. It's, and we're like, it's right there.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be. I'm gonna post one every like couple days.
You're the bailiff. Yep.
That's the
Oh, so
plan
you don't want us
anyway.
to continuously update it? You want it to
Bug.
just be
Yeah, it's not an issue. It's not a problem. I'll re-edit to the new one.
Okay.
all right, cool.
All right, I'm gonna go.
I do
Thank you,
like that
Shepard.
idea. Like, yeah, 3 or 4 days, good.
Yeah,
It's
You got an
all
expungement.
right.
You're
Well,
all
enjoy
good.
co-op. Bye bye.
thank you back.
Yes, hello. We see you back there. We do, in fact, see you waving back there.
I was just waving the bill.
How's it going, Casanova?
Your Honor, it's been 2 minutes. I counted.
I'm recusing myself because my buddy's here.
All right.
2
Okay, you're
minutes.
sworn in as a witness, apparently, so you don't get to leave.
All right.
Did you need food, Your Honor?
Oh,
Just one
Sure.
second, Your Honor. Let me confer with my client
Or
really
did you
quick.
say you were famished earlier?
Okay.
Oh.
In this case, and it should be on the other side.
Thank you.
And everything in here as part of the initial reason for.
Hey, Norm, I got us more free food.
Oh, fantastic! I just need something to drink.
Well, I mean,
I only got one drink.
did you plead guilty or not guilty to it?
I did plead not guilty.
That's embarrassing.
I don't have any. I don't.
I've got another drink if you'd like it.
I got coffee.
Hey, honey, I want to go to small claims court after this.
Oh, before.
If when we win, I'm gonna sue Nolos Riker for loss of
Thank you, Your
wages.
Honor, we're ready.
All right, you're plaintiff. Your first witness.
Can we do that?
Technically, no, I still get
Call
paid.
Nolo Striker to the stand.
Yeah,
Riker, please
start.
come on up.
Fuck you. Nobody likes you.
Fallon, don't you say that to my
the
goddamn
stand.
sergeant.
Yeah, don't.
Sergeant, more like Largent. Because
All the
you
way
have
up here to
many
the
L's.
stand.
Oh,
All the way
okay.
up
He wants
here.
you. He wants you to go up there to sit.
How don't you talk
All the way up
positively
here.
like
Are you
that?
going to be questioning him, Miss Daniels?
I
think
thought we
there's no
agreed
signal
to
here.
narrative testimony.
Fantastic. All right, you can ask
Alright.
questions after he completes his narrative.
All right.
All right. Mr. Riker, reminder, you are under oath. If you'd like to do your
I need to
statement
run
of
my
justice-
court things.
Sure. I went to the impound lot to check on a vehicle, and after checking,
Hold
I
on.
noticed.
Can you make sure that you're speaking up so everyone can hear you?
Are you yelling?
I do apologize. Is it better now? Stupid microphone.
Much better. Yes, I know they're very old. You may continue.
Okay, so I went to the impound lot to check on a vehicle, and I met Matt Rhodes there. We talked a bit, and afterwards, I went. My plan was to go to the apartment and go to sleep. But I noticed Matt is tracking me down. Not tracking me down, like following me around the whole time. I made like the first few minutes, I didn't take it quite seriously as I should be actually. I thought it's just a funny gesture, just a joke kind of thing. But kept going and going on for more than 30 minutes. He just kept following me around, pulling me over for the smallest reasons. And at some point, I literally felt harassed that I had to call my lawyer, Grace, and explain to her that I do feel harassed. I don't even don't know how I should go to my house and to my apartment without being pulled over and get for the smallest reason, and that I was too anxious to confront Matt Rhodes about it.
Does that complete your statement, Mr. Riker?
Yeah.
Okay. Counselor, any questions for your client?
Yes. Mr. Riker, when did you
Fucking hell.
when did you feel that it was no longer a joke?
After the first traffic stop, because I noticed he kept tracking and following me down to everywhere I went. I understand, like, for the first 5 minutes, it may be a joke. I even twatted out some twats, like Matt
Every time I
Rhodes,
pulled him over, and every time he
trying
took
to
off,
make a vehicle centipede and
signaled.
jokingly said he hates German
Mhm.
because I'm German, of course. But after that tweet, I didn't post any more tweets because I realized the severeness of what he's trying to do, just following me around. And yes, at some point, I even tried to call a judge, and I did. At that point, I was literally feared for my life. I didn't know if Matt Rhodes is actively trying to harass me and follow me down. Yes.
All right. And when did you, after that first traffic stop, when did you call your attorney?
I believe it was a few minutes later.
Just to clarify, a few minutes after the first traffic stop?
Yes.
All right. And you stated that you felt in fear for your life?
Yes, as in being stalked.
All right. After that first traffic stop, what happened?
He kept following me the whole time around the whole city. And yes.
Did he pull you over again?
He did several times. At some point, there were many people speeding. I even asked him, why don't you go after them? They're recklessly endangering people. And he said no. he'd rather follow me around.
Yeah.
Right.
Petty shit.
And was there anything different about the last traffic stop? Any change in the officer's demeanor?
Yes, when I mentioned, calling a lawyer and then having this court case, he was acting all cheeky. I understood it in his voice, like he was looking forward to it, like he knew he was gonna win.
Oh,
And
damn,
that
he
made
got
me
me on that.
uncomfortable. I didn't know like if I should do the court case or not. As you guys know, I initially didn't want to turn it.
That does sound like you, honey.
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
Mr. Riker, did you feel intimidated to come to this court case today?
I did. I didn't know if I should do it or not, if I should confront Matt or not.
Well.
I didn't know. I just didn't want him to be around me.
All right. Thank you. No more direct questions at this time?
I do have something to add, though. I apologize.
I have a question before we turn it over to Cross. You stated that you felt intimidated to come to the court case. Can you articulate how you felt intimidated for me?
When I mentioned at the last traffic stop that I did call a lawyer and that I may do a court case, he, in his voice, he was, like looking forward to, like, felt cheeky, like he gave me the things like that I had no chance of winning it. And I initially didn't know if I would win or not, or if I should even do it, because I didn't want him to be near me at that point.
Understood. Okay.
Can I ask a follow-up question to your question, Your Honor, before I turn it over to Cross?
No, you've rested at this point. You said no further questions. You'll have a shot on redirect.
Okay, thank you.
Trooper Rhodes or Assistant Chief Dark?
Your Honor, can I approach the bench, Your Honor?
You may. We'll step off to the side. Counselor Daniels as well, please. What's up?
Okay, he said something in that testimony about tweeting out, and he did make a tweet. I'm not gonna say what it is, but can I enter that into evidence now that he's mentioned it?
It's a little bit late at this point.
I didn't know it existed until because he mentioned it.
1 out of every 5 criminals in the city want a GCR? And did you know that they can cost millions of dollars?
The Rhodes hates German people and Rhodes about to make a vehicle centipede tweets?
Yes.
That's what you're referring to?
Just might go poaching.
Yes.
So it's up to you and I to stop
I can do it
after.
Okay, that's fine. I don't mind.
He did mention it. He did mention it. Okay,
I'll bring up the question. Yes, yeah.
He observed them, right?
Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to clarify, but I appreciate it. Thank you, Norman.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Thank you for the well-timed advertisement, Mr. Tinkerman. Court is back in session. Assistant Chief Dark, floor is yours for Cross.
Hello, Mr. Riker. How are you?
Pretty good.
Okay. Why did you get pulled over today?
For, as I was told, traffic violations.
Okay. What traffic violations?
Not blinking when turning left or right.
Okay, let's go for the first traffic stop. What were you pulled over for?
I do not remember it exactly.
What about the second one? You remember?
I do not.
Can we reference the evidence? Is that possible?
Yeah, absolutely. The reports should have been handed over to counsel. You should have those available.
Yes, sir.
Honey, can we put that on the screen? Is that okay?
It's a.
Is there anything leaked on there?
Well, PDF.
Oh, it's a PDF.
Yeah, it's hard for me to get those up there. If the court is willing to allow me to read it from the record.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes. Evidence A, report 79339 appears to be a charge for failure to yield to emergency vehicle.
I can say something about it.
Okay, so this was the first traffic stop you're on, is that right?
That is the first one in sequence, yes.
Okay. Mr. Riker, did Rhodes inform you of that traffic ticket?
Yeah, he did say, from his perspective, I didn't yield quite enough to the side, and I even told him at that point I thought I did. I did yield it while there was an emergency going on, but from his point of perspective, I didn't yield enough, and he gave me the ticket for it.
Okay, I understand. Can you reference the second traffic ticket for me?
I do not count remembering it. It was too many tickets.
That's okay. Could you tell me what the ticket was?
Yeah, it's 3 times failure to signal.
Okay. So when Rhodes pulled you over, did he tell you why he was pulling you over?
He did say I failed to blink.
Okay. Did you fail to blink? Did you blink when you made the turns, or did you not blink?
I did not, as I never saw anyone else blinking, and I thought that's not even a charge, as far as dumb it sounds.
Okay, but you're aware it is a charge in our legal system, correct?
I wasn't aware.
Okay, but you're aware now.
I am.
Okay. Can you reference the third charge for me? The third ticket?
I think we have to all look for the reports because I don't remember it.
3rd degree speeding is what I have here. 1 count.
It was when what I was thought to be 36 going on because I tried to activate the speed limit on 35. And I guess I pushed the gas pedal a bit too much and I went 37 and Matt Rhodes pulled me over for it.
Okay. So, do you know the speed limit in the city, Mr. Riker?
It is 35. And
yes,
I tried making it
what
35.
speed were you going?
Apparently 37. For
So,
a brief second.
Just to clarify, so far, and just answer yes or no. You were pulled over, yes or no?
Yes.
You were given a ticket for failure to yield to an emergency vehicle, yes or no?
Yes.
Did you yield to an emergency vehicle?
I did, from what I thought
right.
would be yielded.
Okay. All right, then you were pulled over again, right?
I did.
Did you use your blinkers when you were making those 3 turns?
I did not.
No, so you committed a traffic infraction, correct?
Apparently, yes, I did.
Yes, and then you were pulled over for going 37 and 35, is that right?
Going is a hard word.
Right, so you committed a traffic infraction, is that right? Yes or no?
I did.
Yes.
Objection asked and answered.
Just making
Sustained.
sure.
I understand what you're getting at here, Sister Chief.
Okay. All right.
Your Honor, I apologize. I have something to add to my testimony, by the way. I just remembered.
Too late.
Not at this point, sir.
I'll ask you later.
All right. Mr. Riker, at which point did you make these tweets that you referenced in your testimony?
At the early stages of me being followed.
Okay. So were you driving at the time?
I did not. I tweeted them while I was waiting on the red light.
Interesting. Okay, and why did you make those tweets?
I thought Matt Rhodes would be joking with, because he did do it a few months ago as well. He followed me around, and at some point he did stop after 50 minutes, if I recall. And I thought it would be the same for today, but he did not.
You tweeted that Matt Rhodes hates, was it German people?
Yeah, yes.
Does that sound like harassment to you?
It does not.
No, it doesn't. So saying that somebody hates German people doesn't sound like harassment, but someone doing their job does sound like harassment. Is that right?
Objection, compound question.
Honey, I think that means one at a time.
Sustained. Break them up into separate questions. I understand what you're getting at, however.
Okay. So just to clarify, I'll make it 2 separate questions. So you feel that saying that somebody hates German people is not harassment. Is that correct?
Can you recall it? Can you repeat the question?
Re-ask it? Okay. Do you think saying that somebody hates German people is harassment?
Objection, speculation?
I'll take a rebuttal on this.
Your Honor, this whole court case is based off his own testimony. You know, this is based on what he thinks at the end of the day.
I am inclined to agree with the defense here, Counselor. The matter being brought forth by the plaintiff is an act of harassment, thereby inferring that he has somewhat of an understanding of what harassment is. I am going to have to go ahead and overrule the objection at this time. You may answer the question, sir.
You need me to ask it again? Yeah.
Yes,
Do you feel as though saying that somebody hates German people is harassment?
No, I do not.
Do you feel that someone doing their job as a police officer is harassment?
There's a borderline for the job.
It's a yes or no question.
No.
Okay. All right. Let me have a think. Do I have any more questions? Do you have any questions, honey?
I gotta think.
I got one.
Actually, I do got a question.
You
Do
got a
I have to
question?
stand-
You come here. Come here.
Let me get up there.
I'll allow it.
Throughout any of the traffic stops, did you ever imply that you wanted more officers to be there for the human equivalent or the vehicle equivalent of a human centipede?
I did say it in the early stages when I thought it was a joke. So yes.
Okay. All right. I think that's all I got.
Oh, I got a question. Okay. Is crime funny to you, Mr. Riker?
No, it is not.
So why would you feel like crime in this case would be a joke?
Define crime.
Against the law.
Yeah, I know. Define crime in my position.
No.
Crime that I commit besides the traffic stop.
The traffic infractions.
It was not funny, no. I don't count those traffic stops as funny.
So it wasn't funny, but you found it to be a joke, is that correct?
I did make the jokes before the first stop.
Right, okay. Mr. Riker, you said that you were on your way home to your apartment, is that correct?
Yes, I did.
Okay, did you continue to go home to your apartment from the tow yard?
I did initially, but when Matt Rhodes pulled me over for not using the blinkers when turning left and right, I didn't know what I would do, because if I turned right again to the apartment, he would pull me over again, and I did not want to do it. So I just was driving around until he left me alone.
Okay. Do you have a driver's license, Mr. Riker?
I do.
Okay, and how many points do you have on your license? You know.
I do not.
Objection, relevance.
I'm gonna sustain that at this point. It's beyond the relevance of the matter that's being brought before the court specifically.
Okay, I'll ask you a separate question, Your Honor, just to clarify something. Mr. Riker, have you been pulled over before? For traffic infractions, yes.
I did, yes.
Yes, have you received traffic infractions before?
I did, yes.
Did you ever sue any of those officers for harassment?
I did not.
Okay, all right, no more questions, Your Honor.
Redirect.
All right. Mr. Riker, the defendant, the defense asked you if you thought doing their job was harassment. Can you elaborate more on your answer, please?
Objection, Your Honor, asked and answered.
Rebuttal, Your Honor, I'm asking for more elaboration than a simple yes or no as dictated by the defense.
I'll take some more specific questions.
I'm gonna overrule the objection at this time. She's within. It is within the scope that was opened on cross-examination.
Understood, Your Honor.
Allowed to expand.
Right. Do you need me to repeat the question, Mr. Riker?
Yes, please.
Okay. My question was,
Crystal, can you get that
Defense
idiot to take his mask
mentioned,
off, please?
if you thought them doing their job was harassment. Can you elaborate, please, on your answer?
It's not harassment if it's just a few, but when Matt Rhodes pulled me over many times, there was many chases going on, many people who were speeding, and I asked them several times, those people are recklessly endangering people. Why do you pull me over? Why do you prefer me instead of going after them? So having a traffic stop while nothing is going on is acceptable. I accept it. But while there was an active chase going on with several people endangering people's lives, Matt Rhodes preferred pulling me over and following me around instead of going after the people who were doing the chases and the speeding.
So just to clarify, sorry, go ahead.
I was.
Excuse me.
You can talk.
Okay. I was just going to ask, so to clarify, you're not upset that you received traffic infractions. You are upset that
Is there a golf emote?
traffic infractions continued to a point that you felt harassed. Is that correct? And you said that in your initial testimony, you said that Officer Rhodes followed you around for approximately 30 minutes.
Yes, he did.
And he pulled you over 4 separate times?
If I recall, yes.
All right. Do you feel that he was simply doing his job?
In the beginning, yes, but over the time, no. As I mentioned earlier, many chases were going on, people endangering people's lives, and Matt Rhodes preferred pulling me over and
I
stopping
don't
me
hate Germans. Can we countersue?
and not going after the
Yes,
I
that's
never
the
actually
plan.
said
people
that.
who were actively
That's the
speeding
plan.
and endangering people's lives.
You mentioned that at the beginning you thought that Officer Rhodes following you was a joke based on a previous experience.
Yes.
Can you tell us more about that previous experience?
I do not recall when it was. It was approximately on February, but he did the same thing. He followed me around. He pulled me over for the smallest things.
Objection, Your Honor. Facts, not in evidence.
Your Honor, it's within scope. They asked about him doing his job, so I'm asking for more information about Officer Rhodes doing his job at a previous time.
While I believe it to be within scope, the incidents in question were not submitted into evidence. And quite frankly, I fail to find how prior incidences bring relevance to this specific matter that's being brought before the court. So while I'm not going to sustain facts not in evidence, I will sustain an objection for relevance. Let's move along to the next question.
All right, Your Honor. When you mentioned to
I'm
Officer
getting contempt,
Rhodes,
dude.
I'm sorry,
I'm gonna get
Trooper Rhodes,
contempt.
that there were other incidents that you felt were more threatening to public safety, what was his response to you?
I do not recall receiving a response, but I assume his passive response was to follow me around the whole time.
Objection, Your Honor. Speculation.
How is it a speculation? He did follow me the whole time.
You said
After
you
I pointed out.
assumed.
Rebuttal, Counselor.
Mr. Riker is entitled to his opinion of the situation.
I said that earlier.
He asked,
Hey, that's
the
mine.
question, and the nonverbal response should count as a response.
Here's what I'll do. While the question in itself, as it was asked, is not inherently speculatory, I have noted down Mr. Riker's answer, and I will weigh it as such. I will not weigh it as material fact. I will weigh those as his personal feelings, and I know how to differentiate those when I go to deliberate. The objection.
We do need to beep here.
Your remarks are noted, Assistant Chief Dart.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Riker, at the final traffic stop, you mentioned that you were afraid to go anywhere for fear that you would be pulled over again for the slightest mistake. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Sure.
Did you feel threatened by the continued
Come on.
traffic stops by Officer Rhodes?
I did, yes.
How? The traffic stops, man.
What about that made you feel threatened?
That I was being stalked, that I was being followed the whole time, that I couldn't drive around before being pulled over again.
Oh no. I'm scared that I might
Right,
break the law again.
All right.
Sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Riker.
All right.
No further questions.
All right, Mr. Riker, you can go ahead and step down, sir.
Oh, is it my turn?
I think so in a minute.
Plaintiff counsel, is there anything you'd like to highlight in evidence?
Yes, Your Honor. Let me pull up the evidence that was submitted. For report 79432, I believe that's the right number. Sorry, let me double check that.
79342 is what you're looking for, likely. The obey traffic control devices report?
Yes.
Okay.
We just wanted to point out, Your Honor, that while it does say that my client sat through a green light, it does not have the same implications as if he were to run through a red light as far as public safety goes.
Wait, can we?
Yeah, can we say anything here?
Can I say something?
You'll be able to rebut when I turn it over.
Okay.
She's just calling her attention to the evidence. I think I'm picking up what you're putting down, though, gentlemen. Anything further, Counselor Daniels?
Yes. Sorry. Let me look at the next report. Report 79339.
Yes, the failure to yield to emergency vehicle report, yes?
Yes. The report says that he failed to yield. My client's testimony said that he did yield, and it was in Officer Rhodes's opinion that my client did not
Trooper
yield
Rhodes.
far enough. Trooper Rhodes, my apologies. My client did not yield far enough over in Trooper Rhodes's opinion.
Okay. Was that it for you, Counselor?
Let me take a look.
I like this lawyer. She's great. Look how many cops are here, dude. The support for the trooper is real. Even Ziggy's here. Ugh.
Uh, 79341, Your Honor. It states that my client was going 37 miles per hour, and my client testified that he was attempting to set the speed limiter to obey the traffic laws and is being punished for not being able to set that accurately.
What's the relevance of that?
Okay.
Objection!
Understood. Does that conclude your side there, plaintiff?
Yes, Your Honor.
Perfect. So at this time, you...
I
know I didn't. That was intentional.
Sorry,
I didn't want
I'm
to
having a
speak up for the
mental,
judges. Let me ask you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Yep.
We'll go,
Sorry.
we'll go ahead and turn it over to the defense at this time. Trooper Rhodes,
Go ahead, honey.
That's me.
go ahead and come on up to the stand, sir.
Okay.
Binder, you're under oath. Please begin with your narrative testimony, and then we'll move into questioning.
So, Your Honor, there I was just minding my business, doing my thing at the impound lot, when I see a drafter registered to Nolos, who had just recently been sent to prison. So upon him exiting the impound lot, I realized that he hadn't used his turn signal. I'm thinking to myself, I'm not too familiar with this car. I'm just going to verify. And, you know, I did, in fact, after several turns, verify that he was not using his turn signal. And I thought to myself, maybe he's having a rough day. You know, he had driven a vehicle over many stairs prior to, and who knows what happened. But the line in the sand for me was when there is a pursuit heading north on Alta, right past the apartments, okay? And he was in the right-hand lane. I was behind him. And at no point in time did he, one, slow down, or two, pull off to the right-hand side of the lane. He stayed centered as he was for the entirety of Alta. And as such, I pulled him over for failure to yield. Now, at this point, I'm still being lenient. I didn't cite him for the failure to signal. And you know, that traffic stop goes through. You know, he mentions a few things, blah, blah, blah. At some point throughout this whole ordeal, he mentions he's got all the time in the world. And I'm thinking, damn, so do I. Anyways, eventually, leaving that traffic stop, makes a left-hand turn without using a turn signal into the lane of travel. He then made a right-hand turn on Vespucci without using a turn signal. And then
Trooper
when
Rhodes, if I may.
Yep, go ahead.
Counselor Daniels, just in case you're speaking with your client, you are, you know, I'm able to hear you from the stand. Just so you're aware.
Sorry. Thank you.
Oh.
I was trying to hear.
How
you, so
rude.
also listening to testimony. Apologies,
Okay.
Your Honor.
You're fine.
Go ahead and
Just wanted to
continue.
make sure. Yes, Trooper Rhodes, you may continue.
So he enters the lane of travel without using a turn signal, right? So that's one. He makes a right-hand turn onto Vespucci without using one. And then when he pulled over for the traffic stop, he still did not use the turn signal. Can you believe that? Anyways, I explain all this to him, and, you know, he's going on about a bunch of different things, but I'm not really getting the vibe that he feels he's being harassed because, you know, the whole vehicle equivalent of the human centipede. And in fact, during the traffic stop on the third one, even asked for more officers. Now, he is correct. Throughout the pursuit, multiple times, in fact, or not pursuit, rather, throughout the traffic stops, multiple times pursuits did fly by at high rates of speed. But Your Honor, the reality is I'm a single person. I can't be at multiple places at once, and I got to deal with what's in front of me before I can continue to do the next thing. And we are
Big shit,
very
honey.
well staffed today, and as such, I don't need to respond to every single call. In fact, I was already on a call,
210.
and that call was him continuously violating traffic infractions. Anyways, at that point, when he's pulled over on Vespucci, I issue him the 3 counts of failure to signal because there was 3. Eventually, he makes a right-hand turn on Adams Apple Boulevard, where I did clock him doing 37 and a 35. Now, Your Honor, I know that sounds pretty petty, okay? But I'm going to be honest with you. Typically, not in all cases, but typically, I allow a 1 mile per hour leeway, okay? If I see you doing 36, most times I won't pull you over. Sometimes I will, depending on circumstances, okay? But 37, that's not excusable. That's 2 over. I mean, I don't want to go into the maths, but that's like percentage-wise, probably a lot. Okay? So, anyways, that happens, and he's released from that traffic stop. We continue west on Adams Apple. Oh, I also want to point out his concern, as he stated, was that he wanted to go to the apartments and go to sleep. Now, I don't know where his apartment is, okay, but I'm going to assume Alta. And all he had to do was make a left-hand turn. Okay, now if his complaint is the turn signal issue,
what do you want?
Is it that he made a right and a right and a right and a right and a right? Well,
I have
is it
a
a turn
question.
signal? but he ain't willing to
What
make
question?
left into the all-street apartments. That just don't make no sense to me.
Okay, if humans lose the
Anyways,
ability to hear
back
high
to
frequency
Alta.
volumes as they get
We
older,
approach Alta from Adam's
kind of
Apple
for
We're sitting at
a
the
week, your 4-week
light.
child,
and he pulled into the
hear a
crosswalk.
dog whistle.
When the light was yellow and stayed completely stopped. He asked me to reverse behind him.
What are you doing?
Eventually,
It's serious.
he makes a
Get out of here now.
right-hand turn. However,
Trick question.
he sat through an
Dogs
entire
can't
red
whistle.
light. He sat through an entire
Get
green
out of
light,
here.
and then sat through not an entire red light, but then made a right-hand turn when the light was red. When I pulled him over for not continuing on throughout the entire duration of a green light on the corner of Adam's Apple and Calais, heading west on Adam's Apple and making a right northbound on Calais. So that was the conclusion of the final traffic stop before he indicated that he was going to sue me for harassment. Trying to think what else. I know he mentioned he feared for his life, but Your Honor, I'll be I'll be honest. He lying. I ain't never said I hate Germans. Not once. Not once. Never made the implication. Nothing. And again, I don't really know why he felt harassed. The reality is, if he wasn't breaking the rules of the road, he never would have been pulled over. So this really is nothing but Mr. Riker's incompetence in his ability to drive. And quite frankly, his incompetence is not my issue. You know, I don't care that you're doing 37 and a 35. It's still above 35. And that's all I care about. You know, minus the 1 mile an hour. Typically, I guess, given the circumstance. I think that's all I got, though.
Okay. Assistant Chief Dark, do you have any questions based on that, or?
I don't know. I'll ask a couple. Hi, honey.
Hey.
How long you been a police officer for?
Oh, but a couple years.
No.
Two. It's not something. 2.5 maybe.
It's about 3, I think.
Yeah, about 3.
Okay. How many arrests have you made?
Many. Oh, countless. I
Can
mean,
you estimate?
Oh.
Objection, relevance.
Oh, that's a hard
I'm
question.
establishing.
Relevance.
I'm establishing my witness as an expert, Your Honor.
I'll allow it, but let's get to the point. We've already noted Trooper Rhodes' decorated status within the department.
Okay, I'll do one question. Rose, have you? Would you say that you've given a lot of traffic tickets before?
Oh yes, many.
Have you ever been sued for harassment for giving traffic tickets before?
No.
Okay. To the best of your knowledge, as an expert police officer, is it harassment to give someone traffic tickets when they're breaking traffic laws?
No, that sounds like good police work.
Yeah, me too. No more questions, Your Honor.
Ross.
Hello, Trooper Rhodes.
Hi.
All right.
Defense lawyers, disgusting.
You stated that when the first pursuit passed by, you claimed that my client did not move over at all, correct?
That is correct.
And
Nor did he slow down.
All right. And as you were following him, did you move over and slow down?
Objection, Your Honor. Relevance.
You know, if Officer Rhodes is concerned about people breaking laws, then, you know, perhaps he should set the example and, you know, do the actions that he expects others to do.
Your Honor, this is a harassment. Okay, sorry.
I'm going to allow the answer to the question just because I'm more that I'm curious than anything else, and I don't know that it has any relevance on the case. But I'm curious. I'd like to know if Trooper Rhodes sets a paramount example for our community. I'm going to overrule the objection. You can answer the question, Trooper.
Okay. Immediately as the pursuit was approaching, I ended up putting my lights and sirens on the basis that Mr. Riker, at that point in time, made zero effort to pull over. So you can sort of consider it a the pursuit was passing us, and I was concurrently pulling him over on the basis of not pulling over for those vehicles.
What a docs. I don't know. They're really bent out of shape, huh? Look where his elbows are, dude. His elbows should be there, but
client was
it's
acting
here.
as if he had all of the time in the world, and you stated that you also had all the time in the world. Is that correct?
Well, I mean, all the time allowed to me, yeah. Though it wasn't really an implication. He said he pretty much had all the time in the world. Like, I don't know if that was the exact quote. But that was the general gist, you know? You catching my drift?
Sure. You stated, well, when you put in the evidence for this case, you filed, you submitted 4 traffic stops, correct? 4 incident reports?
I believe so.
All right. And why are there 4 instead of just 1?
Because this was not all one traffic stop. This was a traffic stop into an additional traffic stop, into additional traffic stop, into additional traffic stop. But if you're asking why, I guess that is because Nolos is not capable of following the rules of the road.
Objection, prejudicial and speculatory.
Can you expand on that for me, Counselor?
Yeah.
How is that prejudicial?
Well, he's opining that my client is not capable of following rules when that's not what was stated by my client earlier.
Your Honor, the facts and evidence are that he can't follow the traffic laws. He's been cited with several citations.
Hold up, and Your Honor, he done said he did all them. He done said he did all except the yielding. He didn't agree with that one, but he done said he didn't do any of them.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any reason to strike that answer from the record based on the objections you provide, Counselor Daniels. I'll weigh them in the same weight that I weigh your client's testimony. Matt Rhodes arrived at the conclusion it's not necessarily founded in fact, but based on evidence that he reviewed, that was his personal belief. Again, I know how to.
Damn, Norman. Norman speaks good,
believe
dude.
So at the time of deliberation,
He speaks
so the objection's
good.
gonna be overruled at this time.
All right, Your Honor. So back to your previous answer to my question, you said that this was a series of separate incidents, correct?
Correct, yes.
And what made you decide after the first traffic stop to continue following my client, waiting for him to make another mistake?
It's not that I was waiting for him to make another mistake.
Good.
It's that he
I
was
didn't want to object
actively
there
making
because she can lead.
even pulling into the lane of travel, he failed to signal. So, I mean, not really on me. I was trying to be lenient, you know? Just like the extra mile an hour I give for 36, and 35.
So, but you could have, after any of these traffic citations, you could have pulled off to do other police activities such as pursuits, etc. Correct?
That's kind of a loaded question, though you may not think it is, because at the time I was not privy to any information about other pursuits or active situations, or nor did I hear any requests for additional backup. So it's hard to answer that. I mean, hell, I could have taken a lunch break if I wanted. That's on me, but I didn't. I was just doing my job.
In the course of doing your job, do you often spend 30 minutes with the same individual, following them around the city?
Hold on. That's like that the compound. I just don't want to answer improperly and have my words mixed up, you know? Would you clarify?
Can you restate the question for me, Counselor?
Sure. I'm not actually sure if I remember the exact wording of that again, but I will certainly try.
Sorry, I'm not paying attention.
Is it common in your duties to pursue the same individual for 30 minutes at a time?
Yes.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yep.
Are you including high-speed pursuits in that, or are you talking
Yeah.
about just okay, excluding those, do you often spend 30 minutes following a single individual around the city?
Objection, your asked and answered. Following and
rebuttal,
pursue
Your
are
Honor?
basically, it's like a synonym.
Your Honor, rebuttal. I'm asking to specifically exclude those high traffic situations or high speed chases around the city that can last for hours. I'm asking about general traffic violations. I believe that there is a difference between the two, and I'm asking for clarification.
Counselor, I'm going to assist you with asking the question I believe you're trying to get to, because I understand why he's objecting. I believe the question you're looking for is, do you typically follow people after a completed traffic stop is likely what you're looking for, correct?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and sustain the objection. You can re-ask the question. And actually, I'll just ask it directly. Do you typically follow people after a completed traffic stop, Trooper Rhodes?
Yes, especially when they immediately commit a traffic infraction.
Thank
But
you. You may
not
continue,
signaling.
Counselor.
And do you often spend 30 minutes doing so?
Depends. I mean, traffic infractions are just a smaller portion of my. I mean, it's a big portion, but you know, in the grand scheme of things, I think I unfortunately, given my position, get sort of tied into more. I don't want to say more important, but you know, what's the term I'm looking for? Sort of on the basis of me sort of being called to higher end.
How many people say it here?
Yeah, I don't always have the time, but when I do have the time and we do have units available, absolutely.
All right, thank you. At any point, did my client express to you his concern that he was being targeted by you?
Objection, you're on a scope.
Your Honor, rebuttal, this is a harassment case, and my client felt harassed. I'm asking the officer if he remembers my client expressing that.
I'm going to overrule the objection because Trooper Rhodes has mentioned other things that Mr. Riker said or did during the course of these traffic stops. I would believe he would be relevant. This is
Understood, Your Honor.
You may answer the question, Trooper.
What was the question?
That would have been a good one
The
to
question
get
was,
sustained.
at any point, did my client express his thoughts on that this was harassment or that he was being targeted by you?
At any point, yes, he did in this courtroom. I think he stated he felt intimidated. He didn't know if he would win. Yeah, I think that. Are you looking for any additional instances, or will that do?
I'm specifically asking for about during the traffic stops, during the incidents in question.
Honey, you gotta be a little more specific. Lots has gone on.
Yes, sir. I'm clarifying right now. Thank you.
Yes. I want to say in the second, maybe third traffic stop, he made mention of contacting an attorney. Third traffic stop, I believe. I think we were across from H&O Rental, and he was on his phone, and yeah, he stated he was contacting an attorney. I don't recall if he indicated exactly why. I do know while we were on Calais, which was the fourth traffic stop, he definitely indicated something about harassment, and he was going to sue me.
And what was your response to those statements from my client?
What kind of response? Verbal response? Like how I felt about it?
No, verbal response.
I don't really know what I said. I mean, honestly, if someone were to do that to me right now, I'd be like, say less. But you know, I don't know if that's what I actually said, but that's what I, mentally how it played out in my mind.
So you did not take his concerns seriously?
I wouldn't agree with that. That's kind of just how I respond.
Did you at any point feel that his concerns were valid and perhaps you should move on to other crimes being committed, other infractions, other
I want him
targets?
to answer that.
You know, I sort of operate no on the basis that I operate on the
Is there
basis
not any
that I'm
more?
sort of
I thought
doing
there
that.
might be some more objections on there, but there's
Too many
no.
other things going on that if I were to have to focus on everything, I would never get anything complete. All right. Now, when he breaks off of a traffic stop without using a turn signal to enter the lane of travel, that's right in front of me. You know, oops, landed in front of me. You know, what do I do? My job, right?
Right. So, yes or no, did you take his concerns seriously at all?
Yes.
And what did you do about that, taking that seriously? What did you do about that concern?
Well, I was informed minutes later by Crystal Clear that a judge was wanting to speak to me. I then contacted said judge and asked if I was officially being summoned to court, to which they replied, yes, I am.
What's the
And here we are,
case? Rhodes is
dealing
being
with,
sued by No Loss for harassment.
or a harassment claim on the basis that your client continuously broke the rules of the road.
So while you state that you took his claims seriously, you didn't do anything or feel anything until you were contacted by the judge, by Crystal Clear, who
Yeah,
said
he's
that
gonna
the
go. I have
judge
no
wanted
idea.
to speak with
I have no idea. But it's fun though.
Could you repeat the question? I'm trying to
Sure.
understand here.
Sorry. So you said that you answered yes when I asked if you understood his concern, but you did nothing to alleviate his concerns until you were contacted by Crystal Clear, correct?
Objection compound. Make a confusing question, Your Honor. It's big and long.
He's already started answering, Your Honor.
Well, can I finish answering?
Fine by me. I didn't interrupt you.
I'm actually inclined to sustain the objection here, Counselor. If you can break that up for me a little bit into a more simple question,
Sure.
that doesn't have that many elements.
It's all
We can
mind
kind of
games,
break it apart
guys.
piece by piece. We can go
It's
forward.
all mind games.
Objection is sustained at this time.
All right, Your Honor. All right. Just to get my thought train back in motion here. You said that you did acknowledge that my client was feeling harassed or felt he was being harassed.
Objection asked and answered.
I'm asking for clarification so that I can get back on track after the objection. I was asked to break up my questions, and I'm looking for clarification so that I can make my questions more clear.
My statement stands.
I'm further going to go ahead and sustain the objection here at this, Counselor. I
feel so bad.
All right. Do you, as a trooper with a distinguished career, do you take civilian complaints seriously against you?
I typically don't take complaints against me. I mean, the implication there is I would receive the complaint against me, and most times if someone's filing a complaint against me, I wouldn't necessarily feel correct in being the one to document it. It just doesn't feel right,
Ooh, we didn't even ask No Loss if he made a complaint.
If someone such as my client were to express their feelings of being harassed to you, would you address those?
Address in what sort of capacity?
Acknowledge it, contemplate where they might be coming from?
I did acknowledge it. I did contemplate where they're coming from, and I came to the conclusion that, unfortunately for Mr. Riker, these were the consequences of his own actions.
I was like, maybe I'll object, but I don't know what the fuck I'd
So
do
the
with it.
consequences of the first traffic stop was to be followed by you for 30 minutes?
When they immediately leave said traffic stop and break another rule of the road, yes. I
Good
wouldn't say
answer, honey.
followed. I was,
Careful, honey. Careful. Don't speak too much. Just answer the question.
I don't quite know the term I'm looking for, but again, I wouldn't say I followed as much as I did. Literally just my job, considering they were breaking the rules of the road continuously, as they stated.
I've got a question to ask, but I'm kind of worried to ask it.
As a distinguished officer, are you familiar with the idea of selective enforcement?
Yes.
And have you ever chosen to not enforce something that was in front of you?
Yeah. It happens depending on
Because I want
circumstances, whether that be
we'll see.
resources.
You'll know
available
what
to the
question I
police
ask.
department, the amount of concurrent calls actively happening, stuff like that. Typically, it comes down to resource management, whether or not we have units to deal with, calls that may not be so important.
All his boys have left, dude.
So based on that statement, because you had nothing more pressing, you decided to document every single misstep my client made?
Laws. That yes, he broke laws.
Documented every misstep on the basis that it happened right in front of me. And I think that's sort of an egregious display of someone very clearly not, quite frankly, I don't think your client deserves to be driving at all. That's the truth. And the basis of that is the fact that they literally could not drive
Why's
away
the
from a traffic
chicken
stop
over
without breaking
there?
another rule of the road.
And you have no leniency for someone who is having difficulty setting their speed limiter and accidentally going 2 miles per hour over the speed limit?
Okay, which one do you want me to answer first? The first part or the second one?
All right, I'll
Go
split that up for you. Sure.
I do like this lawyer though.
So, do you have any compassion for someone who is trying to follow the rules and unfortunately not able to succeed in your purview?
Yes. Honey, I done already explained. 36 and a 35, probably gonna let you go. 37, on the other hand, one's an accident. Two,
He's so
all right.
petty,
And
dude.
how long was my client driving 37 miles per hour? Was it minutes?
Unfortunately, our radar doesn't really indicate the length of time in which they were at that speed. All I know is that my radar did indicate 37 in an area in which it was 35.
All right. Well, I mean, your counsel has stated that you are an expert witness. So, in your estimation, how long was my client driving 37 miles per hour? Seconds,
Objection, Your
minutes?
Honor. Relevance.
Rebuttal, Your Honor.
You may.
Trooper Rhodes has said that 1 mile over the speed limit is understandable, but 2 is unacceptable. I'm just wondering how long my client was going that speed, if it could have been, a quick, mispedal and then took his foot off the gas and, was working to adjust his speed, or was he going that speed for a length of time that that would indicate that it was intentional?
I understand. Counselor, the only issue that I'm having here with that line of questioning is that the matter that's been brought before this court is a matter of harassment. To me, in diving into this argument, it reads as though you're trying to contest the veracity of the ticket itself. I'll allow the question, at this point in time. But I'm going to weigh it accordingly against the matter that you've brought before this court. The objection is overruled. Trooper, you can answer the question. But know that I'll weigh it accordingly.
Okay. Well, I can't be exact. You know, I'm trying to be as sort of I've been.
Ooh,
cautious
chat.
with
Mods, I got an
damage.
idea.
So I will say it was brief.
Someone just asked,
though I
we're getting a
cannot
lot of
give
questions
you-
what the court case is
it was
about.
not minutes long.
Can we try using the pins?
not,
So if you add someone in chat what the case is about and then pin the message at the top of chat.
7 in a 35.
Yeah, big brain did. New Twitch things that we haven't really
Right,
used
so
yet.
despite the brief amount of time, you make no allowances for any wiggle room, any accidental
Sorry guys, I can do it if you want.
excessive pressure on the gas pedal for seconds.
Okay, yeah.
Correct?
It all depends on circumstances. If you're talking about this specific scenario, clearly not on the basis that I did cite your client.
But you have made exceptions for that on other cases.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So what was it specifically about my client that you felt the need to be, as you said, pedantic?
Well, I as a person.
I'll do that one. Loopy, I'll do it. Oh wait. Everybody did it
This is nothing targeted against your
Sorry,
client.
Loopy.
Again, selective enforcement is typically sort of done on the basis of whether or not we can entertain certain calls at certain times, depending on the amount of concurrent active scenarios. And hell,
This has gone on for a long time. I didn't expect this to go on so long, but I'm enjoying it. I actually really enjoyed co-op. Mainly just objecting. I like objecting.
I done said it. I got time. Well, at least I did today.
So it is your statement then that you chose to select this client this time for this level of scrutiny, whereas you may not have done so for others.
I'll clarify. My statement is that I did my job because your client broke the rules of the road. That is my statement.
But you did say that you have used selective enforcement in the past, correct?
Objection asked and answered.
Sustained. Move it along.
All right. Let me confer with my client here for a quick second. All right. Is there anything in particular you think I need to mention here?
Yeah, he did the same thing in the February, and he also, since I think he hates me, he wrote, on my MDW profile to not give me any warnings for traffic stops. He wrote it on my profile, and then he lied about it. I had to find out. I asked him who put it in.
Sorry,
who
Jeff.
said he put it on my profile, and he said he doesn't know. I asked another officer, and that officer said it was Matt Rhodes.
Oh, wait, that's for 20 minutes. That's pretty cool. Oh, wait, hold on. I can do unpin after. Manually unpinned. There we go.
They've already said I can't bring up February, so.
Okay. I overheard them. I was about to object.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor. No further questions from this witness.
Thank you, Counselor. Assistant Chief Dark, anything on redirect?
Sure. Honey.
Uh-huh.
Honey, you're on your phone, honey.
I know. I can't. I just can't get this to be done.
You stop playing Flappy Birds now.
He's addicted to social media.
Are you playing Flappy Bird?
Your Honor, I'm twatting.
Mid-court
Your high
case?
score 14?
What?
I'm twatting, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm gonna politely ask you to finish your twat and get off your phone.
Done, Your Honor. I was trying to make use of all 255 characters, but I got to 251. Wait, Your Honor.
I did art.
Shut up, Siggy.
Okay.
Can you give Siggy contempt of court for that outburst?
What? Ziggy,
Honor,
this
I'm-
is your first and only warnings.
Okay. Well, Your Honor, can I ask a question? Do you like my art?
I do like your art. That's on the board there. It's beautiful. I like to turn everyone in the courtroom's attention to Ziggy's lovely art of is that Trooper Rhodes?
Correct.
Your Honor,
Sergeant
I'll be suing Ziggy Bugs after this court case for defamation of character based on that artwork.
I am conflicted, so you'll have to find a new judge.
All right.
All right, Your Honor, I've twatted.
Okay. All right, perfect. Trooper Assistant Chief.
Oh
you may
yes.
Continue.
Trooper Rhodes. Just kind of open this up here. Based on the statements of the counsellor and the answers you gave previously, he stated he stated to you during the traffic stop that he felt like he was being harassed. Is that correct?
Again, I don't know his exact words, but it was something to that extent. It may not have even been direct. It may have just been the reference to an attorney for harassment.
Mhm.
But it was mentioned at some point, yes.
Okay. At any point during the full traffic stops, did he ask for a superior officer at all?
No.
Okay. Did he ask for a member of internal affairs at all?
No.
So, in your experience, based on the actions he did not take, was he looking to make an official complaint against you, or was he just looking for a court case? That's a difficult question. Do you want me to re-ask it?
Speculation.
He's an expert witness.
Can you re-ask the question for me?
Yeah, I'll split it. I'll try and split it into. That was a bad question. Okay. Given that he didn't ask for a superior or a member of internal affairs, do you feel like do you feel he intended to make a complaint against you as a police officer?
Honestly, I don't know, because a lot of people don't know sort of the chain of command within the police department. Unless you're a Karen, in which case manager. But beyond that, I mean, I can't say. I don't know if he knows the know-how
Okay,
on.
I understand. Do you feel like Nolan Stryker is a Karen?
Objection. Relevance.
Withdrawn, Your Honor. No more questions.
Thank you.
We all know the answer.
Trooper Rhodes, you can step down.
Your Honor, can I get the Assistant Chief Dark's last statement stricken from the record? Counsel was testifying.
Yes, it's stricken from the record. I don't have anything noted about your client being a Karen.
Thank you.
Definitely a Karen.
You can 3D print Dark Dirty. Really?
Any
How?
evidence you'd like to present before the court before I deliberate?
Sorry, was that to us or the plaintiff, Your Honor?
That is to you, defense.
Yes, I would like to enter Nolos Racker's tweets into record, Your Honor.
Objection. Evidence is closed. Discovery is closed.
While I will
this
not
is
admit the tweets
reference.
themselves as evidence, I have heard both sides testify about them directly. I will weigh them accordingly as I deliberate.
Great. All right, thanks, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
Yes.
In that case, can I get Officer Rhodes' tweet that he tweeted up on the stand entered into evidence as well?
Yeah, it wasn't said in testimony, Your Honor, and evidence is closed.
It did happen during testimony, Your Honor.
Okay, Counselor, the tweets in question that that Dark is referring to are tweets that your client on the stand admitted to sending, and that the trooper admitted to reading. These are the ones that they are seeking to add at this time. While I'm not adding them into evidence, as I just said, I am taking their spoken testimony on them from both parties into consideration. No new evidence is being added at this time.
Yes?
I got something for you. It's for your Karen comment.
Defense, you may continue.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Honey, you're supposed to continue. I don't know.
No, we have no evidence to reference, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. At this time, I'm going to go ahead and take a brief moment to deliberate. I'll be right with y'all.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Okay, I've deliberated on this matter.
Wait, what do we say we want to counter?
The ruling that I have
Excellent.
here before
Happy
the court
birthday,
is
King.
pretty simple.
Happy
The Fourth Amendment guarantees individuals the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, effects against unreasonable searches and seizures. As this court has repeatedly defined, a detainment is a temporary seizure of an individual's freedom. Before us today, Mr. Riker is asserting that the repeated traffic stops brought forth by Matt Rhodes are harassing in nature. As such, the court finds the following. In a sister jurisdiction, there is a notable case law referred to as Katz v. the United States, and it is defined the following, saying that, quote, a person that knowingly exposes to the public, even in their own home or office, is not a subject of Fourth Amendment protection. While individuals may have a reasonable expectation of privacy in their own bodies, they generally don't have that same expectation when they are out in public. Therefore, police can generally follow a person while they are in public places, thereby making Trooper Rhodes' actions constitutionally sound. However, Mr. Riker brings forward that the repeated traffic stops were harassing in nature. At this time, Counselor, this court is not prepared to set the precedent that the actions taken by Trooper Rhodes were harassing in nature. As testified by Trooper Rhodes, he witnessed the plaintiff commit several traffic offenses. In allowing this claim as it stands, the court would be setting precedent that any suspect pulled over would claim targeted harassment and would severely call into question the ability of the Unified Police Department to conduct their duties given by the Senate and the state. If there were a finding that Mr. Riker had not committed these offenses, there may be a bit of lateral room here to consider charges of harassment. However, this court would also like to remind the plaintiff that harassment in and of itself is a charge listed within our penal code, and either charges can be pressed, internal affairs can be contacted, etc. The discussions presented
Sounds like he's
before
written
this
this
court, like
down.
enforcement largely do not bear any weight on this matter. Again,
How is he
it's selective
speaking so good?
enforcement, and it is a, it's been granted to our department to use at their discretion. As a result, at this time, the court finds that Matt Rhodes is not civilly at fault for the alleged harassment. Now, should the behavior continue, we suggest that the avenues previously noted be taken by the plaintiff for resolving a matter to this effect. However, I do have one final court order before we leave here. Is Officer Henry King still in the room?
Yes.
Okay,
He's
I
over
implore
there,
that
Your Honor.
everybody wish Officer Henry King a happy birthday.
Happy
And with that, this
birthday,
court-
King.
Happy
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
But I don't know whether I
Your
can.
Honor, we would like to countersue for defamation.
Oh.
Oop. Oh.
Where's Judge Mays? Is he still here? Judge Mays?
Nope, he gone, Your Honor.
He's gone.
Oop.
He straight dipped.
All right. You're looking to countersue for defamation at this time, Trooper
Yeah,
Rhodes?
yeah.
That's not funny, Your Honor.
What relief are you seeking for the countersue here?
$5 million.
5,000.
No, yes.
Your Honor, what's the limit in small claim?
$10,000.
$9,999, Your Honor.
Okay.
can
What
get
is the
my
reason
call.
that you're bringing forward the claim of defamation?
What was that?
For what reason are you bringing forward the claim of defamation?
Mr. Riker on social media indicated that I hate Germans.
Okay. Mr. Riker, is this true?
I did say it in a jokingly manner. I did not mean it serious. As I stated before in my testimony, I thought the beginning was a joke, so I made jokes on Twitter.
Okay.
Rebuttal,
Here's
Your
what I'm
Honor.
gonna go ahead and do. Here's what I'm going to go ahead and do. To resolve this matter, Mr. Riker, as you step out into the lobby here today, I'm not going to assess you a cash fee. You don't owe Matt Rhodes any money. The court is going to order that you twat out an apology to Matt Rhodes for this false statement that you presented before.
Your Honor, what happened to freedom of speech?
It's a blanket statement. It wasn't that he didn't state that I believe. He just said outright, Matt Rhodes hates Germans. He asserted it as a statement of fact, Counselor. We're just asking him to apologize. We're not holding him civilly responsible. We're just asking for an apology. Is all.
Your Honor, I would settle for an apology. I just want people to know that I don't hate German people. Okay.
Understood. Understood. And with that, this court is adjourned. Any questions you can approach.
I got a question.
Hang on.
Is there a time limit on that apology?
Yeah, is there a time limit? What happens if he doesn't do it?
It said as he steps out into the courtroom, as he steps out and has his phone, he can make the order. If he fails to do so, it's a violation of court order, and that's an offense.
That's an offense. That's an arrestable offense.
That is an offense. It is an arrestable offense, where he would be found. It's a felony for 28 months and $2,625 in fines. Counselor Daniels.
Oh, I just came to find out what his punishment would be for this as well if he didn't comply.
That's just violation of court order. It's just a simple apology. I really encourage your client to do so. He can be as tongue-in-cheek and sarcastic as he wants. I didn't say anything about how sincere he has to be.
Okay.
Just that he has to apologize.
Noted. Thank you.
Sweet victory.
Court art.
Good work, honey.
We did it.
We did it.
Nice. Good job, guys. How do you,
Shut up, Ziggy.
Dad?
I wish he was sent to prison.
What?
For what?
Oh fuck.
Look,
It was
I
in the
drew you
arty,
too.
son.
I drew you too.
Of me.
Yeah. It's really
wonderful.
Happy birthday,
See?
officer. How you doing?
See, at least Rhodes appreciates me.
Thanks, Pete. Which one? Maybe this one. Alright, chat, I'm back in a minute. I've needed to pee this whole time. It's my victory dance.
Okay, I'm just verifying.
I'm back. Hey, Bacon! Has he done it yet?
No, not yet. I'm waiting patiently.
In case he tries
did
to
a great
run.
job.
You
You
did great too.
Oh my god!
We're a team.
You know what I like to call myself?
What's that?
The stone wall.
Yup.
God damn. I just want to make people regret asking me questions.
Yeah, because you always had a little bit of spice on the end.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna break down that. I wasn't gonna open that can of worms for you guys. There's no way.
I appreciate that.
Appreciate it, Your Honor.
Thank you.
I think you did a wonderful job.
Yeah, you expect.
Here we go.
Your Honor.
Bye.
I just wanted to say,
hey,
while the court case didn't go,
Yeah, we'd like
In phrasing it as I believe, he's
got
making
so
it a
much
matter
more
of opinion. He's
confident
not stating it as a matter of fact, so it's not
Oh,
inherently
okay.
defamatory.
Well, I
But you
believe
can,
Nolas Riker is a bitch.
Well, I
There you
believe
go.
you're a bitch.
Oh wow, very impressive. Back to
Yo,
nursery.
Matt,
I see.
I'm literally gonna look for more stairs. Don't you worry.
You're gonna look for what?
let me go
More
from
stairs.
traffic violation.
Looking for more stairs.
Yep.
Ah, okay.
I
Understood.
jaywalked many times to go talk to him, and he's been
Is that
like,
your
"You
go-to to
jaywalking,
get away from the
let me
police,
go."
sir? Stairs?
No, I know it pisses him off.
Your Honor, he thinks. He thinks.
Thanks.
What he doesn't
It's freedom.
realize.
It's freedom of speech if he thinks it.
Oh no,
Yeah,
no,
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 Yes,
no,
I
we're
think
talking
it
about
pisses
something
him
else.
off.
No, we're not talking about the tweet.
Okay.
We're talking. He's indicating or implying rather.
Oh my god.
That he's going to find more stairs to drive through.
What? I
That
never
our
said that.
vehicles
That's
are-
defamation hearsay.
are
I just said I'm looking for more stairs.
Capable
That's
of
all I said.
following through.
I only said I'm looking for more stairs.
What for?
Around here, you want to do something else?
Well, that's something just me knows, you know.
So
All I said,
who's
I'm looking for
made
more
that?
stairs. Just so you know.
Okay.
It's
Nina,
it may be
Amber, and
useless
Ziggy
facts, but yeah, I just said it. It's just hearsay what you said to the judge.
Huh? We're not in the court of law. What do you
Yeah,
mean?
we're not.
I'll
a
see
court
you
of
soon,
law.
Matt.
All right. Well, I guess I'll see you. Maybe depending on if I'm on that call. Who knows? You know,
What
lots
call?
of things go
I
on.
just said I'll see you.
Yeah. Well,
Hey,
again,
Are
I'll
you
see
implying
too.
that I'm gonna commit a crime?
Given
you know-
you've been incapable of using a turn signal, probably.
Mr. Riker, I do want to just advise. Autos is running a very, very nice special on renewing your blinkers. You know, if you want to make sure that those are working.
Yeah, get some of that blinker fluid, Riker.
Yeah, I never
Considered
knew
the
what
right-of-way
blinker-
driving school.
Well, I want to say something, but I.
Tessa Lamb and Patrick DeSola.
Have you
are
considered
fantastic
high
instructors.
school?
Well, I went to
Perhaps
Frankfurt,
there's an
Frankfurt, so
electrical
yeah.
issue with his blinkers that could get fixed at autos. With some
That's a
help.
good idea.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah. Now, I'm gonna go back to playing golf. Please do not sue my husband again.
Sorry for interrupting you, honey.
It's okay, honey. You did nothing wrong. 10.
All right, I'll have to see you on the link sometime.